And to me, we have a culture that is surpassed by no other civilization. We don't know anything about it. So again, I think I said this before in the same interview. I think my job is to somehow make them curious enough or persuade them by hook or crook to get more aware of themselves and where they came from and what they are into and what is already there, just to bring it out. This is what compels me to compel them. And I will do it by whatever means necessary.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Peculiar P coming straight out the Triple D, man. So, today I am going to talk about servant leadership. Forgive me for not dropping last week. I had a lot of things going on, and I know I promised that I would drop every week for the month of February in honor of Black History Month. So today is February 21st, 2020. It's a Friday, so you all got me up late. I normally do it early in the day, but I had a lot of things going on. I'm trying to get pretty and shit. My godmother is getting honored for being an AKA for over 50 years, and I'm going to be the one to give her an award. So, you know, I had to get pretty, nails done, feet done, lashes, eyebrows, and shit. You know, the normal girly shit. So, servant leadership, right? Let me tell you what that means. As a servant leader, you put your employees first, or those that you work with. Understand their personal needs and desires. You empower them and you help them develop in whatever areas in life that you come along in, right? Servant leaders feel an obligation to their employees and you know, whoever it is that they're helping at the time. So it necessarily doesn't have to be an employee. This is from me, for my business ethics, social and responsibility class. So it's Black History Month, right? So I just figured I'd dig in my bag and pull out something that I could help inspire others. Y'all, lips still got a bad habit of just rubbing on my pearly whites. So, servant leaders have an obligation to their employees, whoever they're helping, customers, and external community, right? Servant leaders sometimes sacrifice their own well-being to help employees succeed. In addition to a clear focus on having a moral compass, servant leaders are also interested in serving the community. Bam, that's the point I'm trying to make right here, right now. And this is me, an example of a servant leader. So, as a younger child, I believe I'm the oldest of 11 grandkids at the time, maybe 10. And I used to have all my cousins say, I had a younger cousin say, "You're my role model." And I looked at her and I said, "No, I'm not a role model." And once I ended up, as we get deeper and deeper into this, you all will get to know more and more about me. So I ended up going to rehab for 6 months. And one of my other cousins wrote me a letter saying that they wish that I had a bigger cousin like I was to them to guide me. And because I didn't, it's kind of like I was making my trial and error mistakes. And ended up, just having to go through some things that could have been prevented had I had someone as a role model to me, right? And I thought about that. And I said, well, you know what? You're absolutely right. Because I didn't have that. Like, everything I had to learn on my own. I didn't have an older cousin that I could go to or talk to about boys or what was going on in school. Like, I was raised with my great-grandparents. So, a lot of things I did in an act of being rebellious. And now that I think back on it, I understand why I did that. Because I'm raising my great-grandparents, right? All my siblings, my other siblings, on both mom and dad side. They stay with them. And I'm the only one. I'm the oldest of my siblings. I'm the oldest of the grandchildren, great grandchildren. And on my mom's side, I'm really the baby of our generation, because it's two sets of generations for the grandchildren, and I'm the baby on that side. But I didn't really grow up with them, so I didn't really have that, like, big cousin bond like I do with my siblings, on my cousins on my dad's side, right? Excuse me. So it's just like, I wish that I had somebody to pour into me. So that's like the whole purpose of me creating this YouTube channel. Like me pouring out myself and kind of like sculpting myself and hearing those things that I want to hear and telling it to the world, because I know somebody else needs to hear it. So a part of being a servant leader, I understood that I was that leader when it came to school projects and as far as everything else, but like on the inside, I was crumbling and I didn't know what to do. So, turning to drugs, it made me crumble even more, and alcohol too. So, I was kind of hanging with the wrong crowd. And once I realized that, and, like the light went off, right? When the light went off, it was like everything just said, okay, well, you got to do better. You got younger siblings looking up to you. What can you do for them that you wanted someone to do for you, right? So I started out with, writing little morning messages to my younger brothers in the morning. So I would tell them, something positive just to get their day started. So when they were in the mirror brushing their teeth and washing their face and combing and brushing their hair, they would have a message to start their day off with. And it followed with a scripture, a Bible verse that supported what I was trying to tell them. So I kind of like, had some type of, something biblical to support what it was that I was trying to point out to them. And I asked my brother one day, I said, do y'all read those messages when y'all getting dressed in the morning? He said, yeah. I said, oh, okay. That's all I wanted to know. So once I realized that, when they would wake up in the morning, I would wake up in the morning. And in me doing that, I wake up, help get them dressed for school, or wait till they get done with getting dressed, and then I brush their hair and comb it out. So, they look neat going to school. And it's kind of just like, I wish I had that for me. But knowing that I didn't have that, it just makes it even more, it makes it better for me, because I know inside my heart that because I didn't have what I want, I can give what I wanted to someone else, so that they don't have to feel that void. They don't have to feel that want. And right now, as being a servant leader for me, it's just making sure that I do my schoolwork. I participate in all group presentations and work as a team, and I just, apply for scholarships, and it's just a whole lot that you could do to be a servant leader. So in my school, we're a work college program, and there's a community resource called Fort Oak Cliff, right? And the founder is Taylor Toynes. Shout out to Taylor Toynes. He is bomb. So he's doing a lot of great things for the Oak Cliff community. And his resource center is like everything that a neighborhood or a hood needs, right? So it's just, I guess, really, it's just about, meeting the needs of others. So with this video, I hope that it helps someone understand that, it doesn't take much to be a leader. All you have to do is be different. All you have to do is stand out. I remember when I was in 6th grade, when we graduated, going to the 7th grade, I can't even remember who the poem was written by, but we had to say a poem, and it was like something, I took the road less traveled. So I guess that's all that I'm trying to say to you is, Not to be biblical or much, but you know, the staircase to heaven is narrow, right? And it's a highway to hell. Meaning that just because it looks easy and it looks fun and, you know, a lot of people are doing it, you don't have to follow suit. You can be different and stand out. You can be different and do something to better your community. You can be a Nipsey Hussle of your community. You feel me? Like, it doesn't take much. It's like if you decide to volunteer and give back your time, study. Like, I did a lot, not understanding at a young age. I really did a lot to pour into others. Like, I think I was in the 4th or 5th grade, and I was a part of this program in my elementary school when I lived in Fort Worth, and I would read so I was in the 6th grade. And I would go help the 4th graders read. So those that needed, you know, or had trouble with reading, I was a part of that. And I felt special because, for one, it got me out of doing, like, the morning assignments. So that was pretty cool. Like, okay, shoot, y'all choose me to go help, you know, teach these kids how to read. Bet. I'm all for it. So I did that, and it was pretty exciting, right? So then I think when I got in the 8th grade, I used to help the 7th graders with their math. So that was dope. And also, even in 7th grade, like, I had a cousin that lived with me. So she wasn't too good in math, but I was too lazy for writing, so I didn't want to do it. I'd be like, bro, I'll do your math homework if you help me with my writing and my English. So as we got along with that, you know, it weighed out evenly, but, you know, I helped her understand math better, and the difference was she was in the law academy in school, and I was in the regular part of the school, so to me, it was just like, bro, like, you really got some knowledge up here, so as long as you're helping somebody else, it's, you know, it's not robbery. It's fair exchange ain't robbery, right? So don't be like me. Don't be like me. If you need help in an area, don't pay someone to do it. Like, I know a lot of college students pay others to do their assignments, but it's better off if you do tutoring or what. You know, tutoring helps. So I'm trying to think, what else did I do? In high school, I did a lot of that too. I did a lot of tutoring and helping others. So I guess I can say I've always been a leader. And it's just something that, you know, a lot of people are born to be leaders. And you just have to accept your role in being that born leader. And accept all the challenges that come with it, but don't let it break you. Like, I know a lot of people go through things, but do not let it break you. If you feel weak, make sure that you go to somebody that you know can build you up. Also, surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with people who can spill their knowledge to you, so that you can absorb it and apply it to your everyday life and make your life better than what it is now. Not only just make your life better than what it is now, but make the lives of others that's coming after you better. Like, I know a lot of people do not vote. I vote. So that means you vote in your you vote in your primary elections, you vote in the city elections for governor, mayor, state representative, Congress, president, chief of police, all of that. Just how our Statue of Liberty is set up, right? You need to make sure that you go out and have your voice heard, because when the presidential election comes and y'all are not registered to vote, you're going to be saying, oh, well, such and such, such and such, such and such. No. It's because you didn't vote for the right person to be in that chair and count your vote for their electoral vote. So you can't blame no one for that but yourself. And I'm just saying, that's just me. And that's my personal opinion. That's what it is, honestly. And a lot of times I really get tired of hearing people speak about, as far as Congress and, the politics and stuff, but you're not getting out to vote. You're not voting. You're not making the educational system for your children to grow up being better than what you had. You can't just expect these teachers to raise your children. That means you have to take time when you have kids to sit down and take time with your kids and help them with their homework. Of course, your child may be a genius, but it's some things that they don't understand just yet. And you have to be willing to help them with it. So, in order to be a leader, you must first learn how to follow. And then once you learn how to follow, you can lead. Change the world. Change society as you know it. Change the education system. Change the political system. Change your life. Change the world. I'm your girl, Peculiar P, coming straight after Triple D.